everyone. Okay, so right now I'm going to do another basic kind of easy makeup tutorial that doesn't look like you're wearing very much makeup on, which a lot of people, this is kind of the look that they want to achieve. The kind of makeup that enhances your natural features but doesn't overpower your face in any way. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I have two other makeup tutorials that are like this, so if you like this kind of makeup and you haven't seen my other two, they are called my young middle high school look and my Bella Swan school look. Not my vampy Bella Swan inspired look, but her school look. Those are the only two looks that I've done kind of like this, and I've gotten lots of requests to kind of do more looks like this because this is the type of look that the majority of my viewers kind of want to wear on a daily basis. So I'm doing another one. This one is going to be using the Coastal Scents 88 Shimmer Palette, which I thought it would be good to do a tutorial using this because it's very, a lot of people have it, and those of you that don't have it can easily get it. I will put the link to coastalscents.com in the sidebar, but sometimes they're sold out. I haven't checked. I don't know if they're sold out right now, but sometimes they are, but they get them back in pretty quickly. So if you go to the website to buy it and you're like, oh my gosh, it's sold out, don't worry about it. Also, a lot of people have asked me if I like the shimmer or the matte palette better. I have both of them. Personally, I use the shimmer one a whole lot more because I like shimmery colors, but you can do this look with either one. It really doesn't matter. Whatever your preference is, buy that one. This palette is $25. A lot of people have been asking me what I think. It's $25 and you get all of those colors, which is amazing. It's a pretty good value. They're very good colors. I use this palette a lot and I highly recommend getting it. If Coastal Scents is sold out and you want it, just, check back in a little while. And I hope you guys find this tutorial useful in some way, and I will see you soon. Bye. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to apply your foundation, concealer, or powder, whatever you use. You can skip this step altogether. I would recommend using at least a concealer, but if you do not want to use powder or foundation, you don't have to. For reference, what I use is I use NW20 Studio Finish Concealer from MAC, which is the full coverage one, and right now I just have it under my eyes, and that's it. But you can also use this for like spot treatment. And then I have on my Superfit Foundation from Clinique in Shell 01. And then over that, I have my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural from MAC in Light Medium. I have a foundation routine video that I did back in the summer. I still use the exact same products that I was using then. So that video is still, the reason I haven't updated it is because I still use the exact same products, except I don't use the primer anymore that I used in that video. That's the only thing that's different. For eyes, I'm going to be using the Coastal Scents Shimmer Palette, which looks like this. And I'm going to go ahead and show you which colors I'm going to be using so that I don't have to keep coming back to this. I'm going to be putting this peachy pink tan one on my lid, all the way up to the crease. And then I'm going to put this dark color on the outer half of my lid and a little bit into the crease, and then I'm going to put this black color a little bit on there as well. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to take a shader brush. The cheapest one that I found, if you live in the States, is from Michaels, and it is a Low Cornell 3/8 inch Maxine mop, like this, and it's a dupe for the MAC 239. I know I've mentioned this in a bunch of videos, so if you've heard this, ignore it, but not everyone has. It costs $2.99 at Michaels. Sometimes it's even cheaper if it's on sale, and you can also get it online if you do a Google search for this brand. So I'm going to use that brush, and I'm going to take that that light tan color. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. You need to prime your eyes first. I'm going to use Urban Decay Primer Potion. You can use any eyeshadow base for this step, but I highly recommend not skipping this step because you really need something to make your eyeshadows not crease. So I'm just going to use this. A cheap alternative would be L'Oreal Decrease, which you can buy at drugstores, which comes in a little tube just like Urban Decay Primer Potion. I have not tried it out, so I really can't give you guys a recommendation for it, but that is something on my to-do list to kind of try out and figure out if it's any good. so that I can tell you guys about it. So then after you have that, then you can take that tan color and apply it just to your lids. This is probably my most used color in the entire palette because it's just really, really pretty. See how just that color makes me look more awake? Gives my face a little bit more life. Okay, so after you have that color on, I'm just going to flip the brush to the other side, and I'm going to use that middle color that I showed you, the darker brown, and I'm going to put it all over the outer half of my lid. Blending it in softly to the lighter color that you put on so that there's not a harsh line. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a another brush. You can actually, you know what? I'm going to use the same one to make all of this a lot easier. So this is the same brush I just used. I'm going to dip the tip in the black. So the black is like right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip the tip in it, like so. And then I'm going to take it, and I've done this in a couple videos, but I'm going to place it on my lash line, and I'm just going to pull up slightly all the way back and forth. And this is going to give a really smoky, smudgy kind of eyeliner look without having to put money into buying eyeliner if you don't have any and you're on a budget. So this palette can do more. And then you don't need eyeliner. And I'm not going to put any on the bottom because I really don't think that that's necessary. But I am going to take a little bit more of that first tan color, and I'm just going to put it under my eyes just to give it a little bit of something down there. I forgot to do that at the beginning. Okay, for a highlight color, I'm just going to take any of the light colors. It really doesn't matter which one you do. Just give that brow some definition. Okay, so that's done with the palette, and then we're going to take my favorite mascara, which is L'Oreal Telescopic from any drugstore. The color I use is Blackest Black. This is my favorite mascara, and it's really cheap. And then for blush, I'm going to use Spell Cosmetics Zinfendel blush, which is my new favorite blush. But you can use any blush for this step, whatever you have on hand. You don't need to go out and buy a new blush just if you don't have one already. Hang on one second. Hello? Sorry, that was my dad. So I'm using Zinfendel blush from Spell, which is my new favorite blush, as I was saying. So I'm just going to dab it onto my cheeks and kind of blend it back. Since it's mineral, you kind of have to blend it so it doesn't kind of chunk in one place, but it's not very hard to work with. It's pretty blendable stuff. This is the perfect color for me, I think. It's the perfect combination of like bronzer color and rosy blush color for me. So that was my blush. And for lips, I'm just going to use a stain. This is Benetint's Benetint. It's just the tiny like mini bottle. But red lip stains you can buy anywhere. You can find this at drugstores. You can find this at a lot of places. So the Benetint one is kind of expensive. It's good, I like it, but I don't know if I would recommend really running out and spending the money on it unless you intend to use it every single day. I only spent the money on like my tiny little one, and you know, this was $10 for this little tiny thing. And then the full size one's like $38 maybe, I think. And so yeah, it's kind of expensive, but go to a drugstore and get a red lip stain if you want to do this, or just use whatever lip product you want to use. But for this, what you do is you just put it on. And then before it dries, you rub it in. Like that. And it just kind of gives your lips a very natural looking kind of pinkish tint to it. So it doesn't look like you have anything on at all, but it gives your lips a little bit of color, especially if you don't have very pigmented lips. And then this can kind of be drying, so normally I will just put like a chapstick over it, but like soft lips, that's what I kind of really like. But I don't have any right on hand, so I'm going to skip that step. So I hope you guys liked this. I hope it helps some people out, and I will see you soon. Bye.